So here's what's happening right now is there's a huge push to defund the police.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to us about what that really means from your perspective, and maybe even not just your perspective, but from the facts.
Okay.
What do you know about that? Because when I hear defund police, I'm thinking get rid of all the police.
Yeah.
And I've heard that it's not, well, we're not trying to get rid of all the police. We're doing this and this and this. And it's like, just talk into that. What does that mean when we hear defund the police?
Right.
Because that freaks me out.
Right. So, yeah, you're right. You kind of have to look at who's talking about that. What do they mean by defund?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's different than disband.
Okay, so explain those two. Obviously, disband is we're shutting down the police department. We're going to turn the police station into a grocery store.
Yeah,
and it's over.
Yeah, that's.
Do you know people actually talking about some of that? I mean, not know people, but I mean, have you
heard it? Nothing. That's kind of the.
So that's not really what people are talking about when they are.
There are people that talk about that, but that's nobody I know locally.
Those are ankle biters.
Yeah, that's
not high level politicians and governmental leaders.
I mean, I just don't even know how that would work. But the defunding, okay, that's something we can talk about.
Okay.
Because now we're talking about taking money from law enforcement agencies and putting it towards community programs, which, okay.
Could be what?
It could be housing. It could be education. It could be, mentor.
I've heard social workers.
Social working.
Yeah. Okay. So it could be all kind of things.
Right. Now we're in the realm of again, this is my opinion. That's realistic. Okay. That's a conversation we can have.
Mm-hmm.
So you can look at a police department and it's all public information. You can find out exactly what a city, community pays for that department and where that money goes.
Okay.
And
that's all public knowledge.
It's as far as I know, that's public information. So you can see, okay, this amount of the budget goes towards weapons, because weapons get old and malfunction. So there's upkeep of equipment.
Sure.
A part of that budget goes to vehicles. Part of that budget, so there's all these. Well,
training.
The
you could go down the whole list.
Majority of the budget goes towards training and equipment.
Really?
So
because you wouldn't think that because you don't hear about that or you don't see it.
Right.
It's not visible.
Right. Training.
Nobody knows you went to 3 weeks of training.
Right. Now, that is a department by department issue. I know departments that hand their officers 25 bullets because that's what you have in the state of Ohio. That's what you have to qualify with every year. This is your training. You get 25 bullets, pass the test, and I'll see you next year. To me, that I can't comprehend that.
Now that's scary.
That's scary. I'm fortunate to work in a community that says whatever training you need, you get.
Wow. So you could walk in and say, you know what, I feel like to do better, to be better at my job, I need this A, B, or C training. Right. And they would say, we'll figure out how to make it happen.
Right. And I shouldn't say whatever training you want, you get. It has to be relevant to your job, your specific place in that job. So, they're not going to send us to bomb tech schools or, but when it comes to de-escalation, when it comes to weapons handling, when it comes to, dealing with community, they will say, yeah, we will pay to send you to that training because there's a benefit on the other side. Not all communities do that. And, when we're talking about defunding or, at least reform, I'm on board with that. Departments should be sending their officers to more training. But the thing is, if you defund, that money's coming out of their training budget. It's going to come out of, the very things that we need more of, to make these the police officers better at what they do. So I don't know how that's going to work. I don't see how you can take money from an organization and then say, but you need to create better employees. I don't know how that's going to work yet.
But we're going to take the budget that you need to make better employees and put it somewhere else.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm all for officers needing more training, and I'm a trainer, so of course I'm biased, but training it's critical in our field. I mean, it's a professional job. You get a professional license. We need to train and learn like any profession. And that training should be ongoing, yearly training. But that takes money.